covered in cats and dogs right now. They didn't get the memo that it's time to get up and move about. So we welcome you to this, our tower build at the moment. There we go. And more or less what we're doing here is making a glass tower of sorts. Well, that's not what you want when you ask a crowd that. How many of you are unsatisfied? Just clap. Or how many of you are satisfied? Just clap. Clap if you're satisfied. Yeah, y'all, if it goes without saying, but pedophile president don't want the files leaked. I'd definitely leak those files. Also, in other news from Inside the Magic, Disney's website, to take it as it is, but apparently J.D. Vance pulled a little drama queen move, and see, when I read the headline, Pirates of the Caribbean shut down, I thought, okay, well, they found some kind of skin-eating or flesh-eating bacteria. Something went wrong with the mechanics, something, you know. Something's always breaking over at Disney. You got that many moving parts, something's gonna snap. But no, it was just J.D. Vance visited Disney, and instead of being a proper adult and being like, oh, this is a kids' park, I should make sure the kids have fun, well, little J.D. shut down the Pirates of the Caribbean ride so he could ride it all by himself. Yep, that's where we're at, folks. We're facing multiple things. An economic shutdown. We're facing medical hospitals all across the rural areas closing down and moving out. Cuts to Medicaid, cuts to food stamps, cuts to retiree benefits, cuts to veterans benefits. I mean, bigger bonuses for the billionaires than we've seen in my lifetime. And Nepo baby J.D. Vance got to ride the pirate ride, y'all. Yay! You don't need grandma to get good medical care. Our vice president got to go kiss Jack Skellington. Got to go kiss Jack Sparrow's plastic little face. Isn't that wonderful, y'all? Aren't we winning as a country? I mean, isn't that what every country truly desires? Not a safe place for their kids, not a strong housing economy that would keep them well safe. No, no, no. We want our vice president to be happy as a clam at Disney. I hate it, y'all. I fucking hate it. Hopefully things will get better in time, but you know how it be. Radio silence is difficult, all that. I'm having trouble finding the hope these days, y'all. But we will find a way to continue as we always do. It's just, you know, early morning wind up. The Democrats are finally awake and doing a little something something in office. What little they can do, they're pushing to have the Epstein files released. Something that Trump ran on, I thought, was releasing the Epstein files. Ah, well, I guess, you know, pedophiles will talk a big game until it comes time to dox themselves. Outside of that, it's been a pretty quiet day. Georgia's under heat advisory, so I'm trying to keep the kids in as much as I can, trying to stay in myself. I got some work to do around the house, but it's like I can't really do much outdoor activity when the heat index is around 105. Y'all, if this is winning, can we lose for a while, please? Also, where we had planned on doing the park walk today, partially due to the heat advisory, partially due to the fact that Forget-Me-Not is notoriously flaky, we will probably be doing that Thursday, maybe. Unless she finds a way to just, you know, let's go sit at the shop in town instead and window shop. Y'all, I don't mind window shopping and I enjoy hanging out with my friends, but it's just, I'm so tired of capitalist endeavors. I'm so tired of, hey, we've worked our asses off all week. Let's go stare at what the rich douchebags buy. Because we can't afford it, but boy howdy, looking at it's free. I don't care anymore. I don't want to look at it. I want to go see the parks. I want to try to show y'all what my eggshell treatment to the rivers have been doing, to see if we're getting any of that good, like, super fertile river soil back. I want to experiment, and I want to do more fun, risque-esque walks that would require, you know, teamwork. Hell, y'all, I just found out a great training route for the AT is right here in rural Georgia. They've got a 167-mile trail that leads from Alabama, Mississippi, and Georgia, connecting the three. And I need a pick. And I just never knew it was there, y'all. I could have been doing that route. I mean, it'll still take me a little while to do it, and I'll have to bring batteries, and I'll have to actually get time off and shit. But I mean, we could do that trail. It's just behind, well, not just behind the house, but it's just with the state. Okie doke. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, this awesome helmet. Why do I have an aggressive spider? It's daylight. Alrighty, I was probably gonna do a quick 30-minute wind-up just because y'all think it's a byproduct of the heat, but I'm just feeling very nauseous today and I don't know why. I've eaten, I've rested for the most part. I mean, y'all caught the live streams yesterday, but I'd hardly consider this like hard work. And I dyed my hair, which is kind of nice. Shaved the sides of it so I get a little bit more breathability. Since it's summer, I actually took a razor to the sides of it. And like I said, I don't know why I feel sick, but I'm just feeling a little bit of the upset tummies today. It's quite unpleasant. Quite unpleasant. I mean, I agree, but they're not going to. Also, Americans have to pay more at the market for them because you've allowed those corporate interests to charge $10 for a cheeseburger or $5 for a small container of withered strawberries. Y'all, they set the prices, so yeah, if they're going to pay their farmers more, what? Do you think the greedy Del Agro companies are just going to eat that? Sir, Del Monte displaced and murdered an entire people. It's where we get the name Banana Republic from. You honestly think they're going to stop just because your fat Americans want a little bit more money? Of course not. They'll flog the Americans, call them dipshits, and then force them to pick more berries. Or in the case of Del Monte, more pineapples and more bananas. That's the thing, y'all. They say evil wins when good men do nothing. I hate that in the 90s we got onto this kick of, no, that saying is flawed. Evil just wins. Because, yeah, for a long time, people ran with that. I think that's an opening. People ran with that idea. That it doesn't matter what you do, in the end, evil's going to win anyway. So why does it really matter? Movies like The Lord of War prove that one. Personally, I say it's all the more reason to fight harder. And that's before we even mention, you know, the heating up of the fucking planet to where now, before you were working in the heat and you might get heat exhaustion, but as long as you stay hydrated, keep Gatorade gallons out there, you'll be alright. Nowadays, it doesn't matter how hydrated you stay, folks, you can't. At this point, there should literally be a little alarm system set up on each farm and each outdoor working area that about every 10 to 20 minutes it goes off to let you know, hey, get to one of the shady locations and cool off. And then after about 30 minutes to an hour, it goes off again to let you know, hey, you can continue working for about 10, 20 minutes now. Oh, well, it's to the floor. But the reason why is simple. Because we don't, it's not like my coworkers who work in front of the stoves and then run into the fridge for about 5 minutes and then come out. Yeah, you're hyper cooling your body, but you still need to take that few minutes to let your muscles and all that recover, because you just put it through hell. But again, big bosses will never understand that because they've never had to lift a fucking finger or work a tiny bit. So when you mention, you know, boss, we need to take a break, it's too hot. What you mean it's too hot? I used to do this, and this when I was a little kid. Why can't y'all keep up? Well, because it's a different world than you knew, boss. When you were alive, the temperature was like 90 would be a high thing that you rarely saw. Nowadays, 90 degrees is just the norm for Georgia during the summer. I grab those leaves. But yeah, y'all, we slowly working our way down below. Big trick I'm doing now is trying to make sure everything stays lit up enough that nothing spawns inside my base. Something that'd be nice. Hello, children. Little void, I am not wearing a shirt. I very much appreciate you picking a line. Yes, he's a good little void. Get off the mic, please. But I'd say this ain't bad. Sweet little cat, what you doing, my sweet little cat? Oh, I know, y'all are used to me attempting to get started, clean up, and feeding and all that right now. We gotta wait for breakfast time, honey. Yeah, we gotta get y'all ready for breakfast time. Well, y'all, it's been fun. We're gonna keep on building it too. Now, I know there are barrels. That's what it is. I didn't make enough wooden boards. There we go. But alright, y'all, be safe out there. We live in dangerous times. Stay hydrated, stay cool and out of the heat as much as you can. Know that even though we are through a heat advisory, I believe it broke yesterday, so you can safely go outside today, I think. Just use proper precaution, don't forget your sunblock, and above all else, check that heat index, y'all. If it's over 100, don't let your old people or your young folks go out in it. Heat damage is a permanent withering effect that does not go away, and there's no mitigating it while you're suffering it. The only way to mitigate it is to get out of the heat long enough to bring your body temp down to survive. Y'all be safe out there is all I'm saying. Community comes first. Check in with your folks. We endure and we survive together. And now it rains in Minecraft. Y'all be good. We'll see you later. Be back in just a moment for a live stream of, I don't know, we might do Ithaca this time around. We might do a nice Assassin's Creed real quick. Before I do that though, let's place this painting and let's get ready to head on down the road. Be good, survive. Remember, tiny acts of rebellion are well welcomed in this society. But don't get yourself in trouble. Be good, and we'll see you later. Bye, y'all. Oh, I'm still on air with Minecraft. I need to get off there. My bad, y'all. It's still early. Clearly,